Welcome back to my channel, your go-to place for everything coin collecting. If you love discovering hidden gems in your coin collection and learning about what's hot in the coin market, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. First up, we're diving into a piece of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 50 cents from 1975. At first glance, it might look like just another circulating coin, but don't be fooled. This piece has a story to tell and might surprise you with its value in today's collector market, especially if it's in fine condition. So whether you're a longtime collector or just starting, stick around as we uncover the unique attributes and potential worth of this coin. First, let's talk about the details of this particular coin. The 1975 Australian 50 cent piece is part of Australia's decimal currency system and carries Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the obverse, with the iconic Australian coat of arms on the reverse. This design, showcasing the kangaroo and emu, the nation's official coat of arms, has become a beloved symbol of Australian pride and heritage. Now, why are collectors interested in the 1975 issue? Well, several factors come into play. First, this coin was struck in copper nickel, which replaced the original 80% silver composition used in the 1966 issue. And while it's not a silver coin, it has historical appeal because it represents an era when Australia fully transitioned to decimal currency, making it a key piece for collectors of modern Australian coins. So what about production numbers? Back in 1975, the Royal Australian Mint produced over 13 million of these 50-cent coins. While this sounds like a lot, over the years wear and tear, loss, and damage have made fine-condition examples less common. When you find one in good shape like our fine-condition piece here, it holds more value than you'd expect in the collector market. Let's dive into the numbers. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1975 Australia 50 cents in circulated condition usually fetches a highest value, often around face value or slightly above. However, in fine condition, meaning it shows moderate wear but retains clear details on both the portrait and the coat of arms, the market value starts to climb. Collectors today are willing to pay anywhere $147,000 for a 1975 Australia 50 cent coin in fine condition. Now, if you're wondering why, remember that collectors prize coins with limited wear for their visual appeal and longevity. Collectors love filling in gaps in their decimal coin sets, and having a well-kept 1,975 Australian 50 cents is crucial for completing an Australian decimal collection. Now, let's break down what makes this coin's value fluctuate. First, there's condition. The finer, the better. Secondly, market trends can impact demand. Australian decimal coins, especially from the 1970s, have seen growing interest among international collectors. Lastly, the historical context of this coin makes it desirable, representing a key period in Australia's currency evolution. So if you're looking to add a 1975 Australia 50 cents to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always check the clarity of the Queen's portrait and the Australian coat of arms. Fine details like the animal's features and the shield's emblems are essential for grading. Second, make sure you're buying from a reputable seller to avoid heavily circulated or damaged coins, as these won't hold the same value. Finally, consider investing in protective storage to maintain its condition over time. The 1975 Australia 50 cent coin is more than just change in your pocket. For collectors, it's a piece of Australia's rich numismatic legacy. In fine condition, it offers an unaffordable entry point into the world of Australian decimal coins while still holding respectable value on the collector's market. And who knows? As interest in these coins continues to rise, today's $147,000 valuation might climb even higher. Next up, we're diving into a coin that might just surprise you, the 1,983 Australian 50 cents coin. This one is a familiar face for Australians, but it's also become increasingly popular among international collectors. We'll be looking at its fascinating history, its unique design, and of course answering the all-important question: what's the market value of this coin in very fine condition today? Could this be a hidden treasure in your collection? Let's start with a quick background. The Australian 50 cents coin went through a few changes in its history, and the 1983 version is no exception. In fact, it's part of the series that replaced the earlier heavier and larger silver 50 cent coins. Originally introduced in 1966, the first 50 cent coins were made of 80% silver, but due to rising silver prices, they were withdrawn after only 1 year of production. In 1969, Australia reintroduced the 50 cent coin, this time made from copper and nickel, a composition that's still used today. The coin retained its dodecagonal or 12-sided shape, which made it instantly recognizable and unique. By 1983, the 50 cent coin had established itself as a core part of Australia's coinage and was regularly used in circulation. The 1,983 Australia 50 cents coin bears the distinctive dodecagonal shape giving it a recognizable feel that sets it apart from traditional round coins. On the obverse, you'll find the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was widely used across Commonwealth coins at the time and depicts the Queen with a youthful profile, a nod to her legacy. The reverse side, however, is where the uniqueness of Australian design really shines. The reverse design by Stuart Devlin showcases Australia's coat of arms, featuring the iconic kangaroo and emu on either side of a shield. This design has become a symbol of Australian pride and resilience, resonating with collectors around the world. Now let's talk about what makes the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin special in the eyes of collectors. Firstly, the coin had a relatively high mintage of around 49 million, which initially suggests it isn't all that rare. However, the real intrigue lies in the fact that, over time, coins in pristine condition, or even in very fine condition like the one we're discussing today, have become much harder to find. Think about it, a circulated coin from 1983 has had decades of handling, which makes high-grade specimens quite desirable. In very fine condition, these coins retain a strong level of detail, including the intricate designs on the coat of arms. Collectors are increasingly attracted to 50-cent coins in better conditions since they have better defined features that really showcase the artistry of Devlin's design. Alright, let's get to the big question: how much is this coin worth on today's collector market in very fine condition? As of today, a 1983 Australia 50-cent coin in very fine condition is generally valued $107,000. This may seem like an astronomical amount. Keep in mind that this is several times its original face value. And as demand continues to grow, especially for coins in better condition, there's potential for this coin to appreciate even further. For coins in very fine condition, this is definitely a nice return, especially if you found one in your change or inherited it without realizing its worth. You might be wondering, why is this coin worth more than face value at all? Well, there are a few reasons. Firstly, coins from the 1980s are becoming increasingly collectible as more people look back at this decade with nostalgia. The 1983 Australian 50 cents coin holds historical significance for many Australians who remember it from their childhood or young adult years. Additionally, the steady decrease in coins of high quality from this period drives up the demand. Secondly, as more collectors worldwide become interested in Australian coinage, the market for unique and well-preserved Australian coins grows. Australia's dodecagonal coins have always had a unique allure internationally, and with collectors seeking out well-preserved examples, demand has continued to rise over the years. So what should you look out for if you're interested in collecting the 1983 50 cents coin? Try to find coins that are in very fine condition or better. Look closely at the Queen's portrait and the coat of arms for signs of wear. The more detail that's visible, the more valuable the coin will be. If you come across a coin that seems especially pristine, consider having it graded by a professional service. This could add credibility to the coin's value and make it more appealing if you ever decide to sell it. Use proper storage techniques to keep your coins from further wear. Coin holders or albums are great options for preserving the quality of your coins. Coin values fluctuate, so stay informed about the market trends. Sometimes a sudden increase in demand for a certain type of coin can lead to a rise in its market value. The 1983 Australia 50 cents coin may yet be considered a major rarity. Its appeal among collectors is growing. Its classic design, historical significance, and the increasing difficulty of finding well-preserved specimens all contribute to its rising desirability. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian currency with a spotlight on a very specific coin, the Australia 50 cents coin from 1980, in very good condition. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you might be surprised at how its value has evolved in the collector's market. We'll explore everything about this unique piece, its history, design, rarity, and most importantly, its current market value in dollars. So, if you're curious about this 1980 50 cent coin, stay tuned. Let's start with a bit of background on the 50 cent coin itself. Australia introduced the 50 cent coin in its current shape, dodecagonal or 12-sided, in 1969. The 1980 version we're discussing today features the familiar design elements that many Australians recognize and respect. On the obverse or head side, we have Queen Elizabeth II. By 1980, this image of Her Majesty was already familiar, reflecting the British Commonwealth ties that Australia maintained. Queen Elizabeth's portrait is engraved with intricate detail, giving it a dignified, official look that's hard to miss. On the reverse or tail side, we see the Australian coat of arms, a truly iconic symbol. This coat of arms includes a shield supported by a kangaroo and an emu, two of Australia's most recognizable animals. The shield itself contains symbols for each of Australia's 6 states, representing the unity and diversity of the nation. Below the coat of arms is the coin's denomination, 50 cents written clearly, and of course there's also the year of issue 1980. So it wasn't exactly a rare coin when it was first released. However, as time has passed, a significant number of these coins have been lost, damaged, or simply worn down from circulation. Because of this, coins in very good condition from 1980 are becoming increasingly harder to find. A coin in very good condition generally shows only light wear, with most details still visible and intact. Collectors today tend to focus on finding coins in excellent condition, which makes these very good condition coins quite desirable, especially for anyone looking to complete an Australian coin set from the 1980s. Now, you might wonder what drives the interest in a coin like the 1980 50 cents? For many collectors, Australian coins from the 1980s are iconic. They're emblematic of a time when Australia was growing culturally and economically, and the coins reflect the nation's pride and identity. There's also nostalgia. Many collectors who grew up in the 1980s remember seeing and using this coin in everyday life. Today, they seek out well-preserved versions for their collections as a way of reconnecting with that era. This kind of sentimental value adds a layer of demand beyond just historical interest. For newer collectors, Australia's 50-cent coins offer an affordable entry point into numismatics, and coins from the 1980s are both accessible and full of character. The 1980 version stands out because of its vintage appeal and distinctive design. Alright, now to the part you've all been waiting for. What's this coin worth on the collector's market today? As of now, a 1980 Australia 50-cent coin in very good condition typically sells for $117,000. This might seem like a huge jump. It's important to remember that coins in very good condition are more valuable than standard circulated coins of the same year. If you're lucky enough to own an Australia 50-cent coin from 1980, here are a few tips to ensure it retains its value. Keep it in a cool, dry place, ideally in a coin holder or protective sleeve to prevent further wear. Oils from your skin can wear down the details over time, so try to handle it by the edges if possible. If you think your coin might be in better than average condition, consider getting it graded by a professional service. This could give you a clearer picture of its value and increase its marketability if you choose to sell it. The value of coins like these can fluctuate, especially if collector interest changes. Keep an eye on auction sites or numismatic forums to see if prices are trending up or down. The Australia 50 cents 1980 coin might be the rarest coin out there, and it holds a unique place in the world of numismatics. Its beautiful design, cultural significance, and accessibility make it an attractive option for collectors. And as we've discussed, the value of a very good condition coin can be more than you'd expect, especially if you're holding on to it for the long term. Next up, we're diving into a hidden gem in the world of Australian coin collecting, the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin. If you're curious about why this coin is so fascinating and what its value could be in today's collector market, stick around. You might just discover you have a valuable treasure sitting in your collection. Australian 50-cent coins are iconic, not only for their unique dodecagonal or 12-sided shape, but also for their impressive designs and the history behind them. The 50-cent coin was first minted in 1966, and while the original version was made from silver, the rising cost of silver quickly led to a redesign. By 1969, Australia switched to the copper-nickel alloy that we still see in circulation today. However, within just a couple of years, in 1971, a coin was minted that would turn out to be relatively scarce due to the unexpectedly low mintage and the unique era it represented in Australian coinage. So, what makes the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin special? Well, first off, it wasn't produced in high numbers. In fact, the mintage for this particular year was around 5 million. Compared to other years, this is a relatively low number, which means fewer of these coins are out there in circulation. And as many collectors know, lower mintage often adds to a coin's desirability and, potentially, its value. The obverse of this coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. And on the reverse side, we see the Australian coat of arms with the iconic kangaroo and emu, symbolizing Australia's national identity. The detailed design and the striking relief make it a visually appealing coin. Now, here's where condition plays a big role in the value of this coin. Collectors place a lot of emphasis on the coin's grade or condition because it directly impacts its market value. A coin in very fine condition means it's still relatively well preserved, with only slight wear on the highest points of the design. You can still see details clearly, and it hasn't been overly circulated or damaged. For the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin, finding one in very fine condition is already a challenge. Since these coins have been in circulation for over 50 years, most have significant wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins that have been carefully preserved in very fine condition or higher are rare, making them attractive to serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a high-quality example. Alright, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much is a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in very fine condition worth in today's collector market? As of now, a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere $159,000. However, the price could vary depending on the specific coin's condition and the demand at the time of sale. So why the wide range in value? Several factors affect a coin's market price. Coins in very fine condition will be worth more than heavily circulated ones. If your 1971 Australian 50-cent coin is in mint or near mint condition, you're looking at a higher value. While 5 million coins might sound like a lot, in coin collecting this is considered a low mintage year. Collectors who focus on Australian coins actively seek this 1971 issue, making it more desirable and thus potentially more valuable. Coins from this era are also becoming more popular due to the historical connection with the early decimal currency years in Australia. People interested in the history of Australian money, or those building full-date sets, will often seek out coins like this to complete their collections. Coin markets fluctuate, influenced by collector interest, the economy, and even trends in the numismatic community. Values can change over time, so it's always good to stay updated if you're looking to buy or sell. If you're hoping to get a good deal on a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin or looking to sell one, here are a few tips to keep in mind. If you think your coin is in very fine condition or higher, consider having it graded by a professional service. It can confirm the coin's condition and boost its market value. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other numismatic platforms often list coins like this. Keep an eye on auction results to get a sense of the going price, but be sure to look for certified coins to ensure you're getting the real deal. If you have a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in great condition, be sure to store it properly. Use coin holders or cases to prevent further wear or damage, as even small scratches can lower its value. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin might be the rarest coin out there, and for dedicated collectors, it's a fascinating piece of Australia's numismatic history. Its low mintage, combined with the demand for high-grade examples, makes it a valuable addition to any collection. So, if you have one of these coins tucked away, it might be worth taking a closer look. And if you're still on the hunt, now you know what to look for and what it could be worth. Next up, we're diving deep into the world of Australian coins, focusing on a unique piece with quite the story behind it, the 1978 Australia 50 cents coin in brown shade with very fine condition. This coin has become a sought-after collectible, and today we'll be exploring its design, history, and of course its value in today's collector market. Let's start with a bit of background. In 1966, Australia introduced its decimal currency system, phasing out the old pound system and introducing coins like the 50-cent piece. The first version of the 50-cent coin was actually round and made of silver, but due to the rising value of silver, that was quickly discontinued. By 1969, they introduced the dodecagon, or 12-sided, 50-cent coin we know today, made from a copper-nickel alloy. Now, the 1978 version of the 50-cent coin still retained the dodecagon shape, featuring Australia's iconic coat of arms on one side, symbolizing the unity of the 6 states. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, designed by Arnold Machin, graces the other side, as was customary for most Commonwealth nations at the time. But here's what makes the 1978 Australia 50 cents coin extra interesting. Collectors have noticed some coins with a distinct brown shade patina. This brown hue is usually a result of natural toning, caused by the metal reacting to elements over time. Though it was likely unintentional, this coloring has added an extra layer of rarity and appeal for collectors. Now, let's talk about grading. When we say very fine condition, we're talking about a coin that shows moderate wear but still retains most of its finer details. For a very fine condition 1978 Australian 50-cent piece, you'd expect to see clear details on the coat of arms and Queen's profile, though there may be some minor wear on the high points. Despite this, all inscriptions and designs should remain sharp and readable. Condition is critical in the coin world because even slight differences can significantly impact value. In this case, a very fine condition coin with that unique brown patina can make it even more appealing to certain collectors, especially those seeking coins with unusual characteristics. So, what's the big question on everyone's mind? How much is this 1978 50-cent coin worth in the collector market today? Generally, the 1978 Australian 50 cents collectors are willing to pay more for coins in higher grades and those with unique features. The combination of very fine condition with the rare brown shade has created a niche interest, potentially increasing its market value to $138,000 in today's collector market, depending on the demand. This coin has a special appeal for collectors who enjoy coins with natural toning or patina, which sets it apart from the standard 50-cent coins minted in large quantities. However, as always with collectible coins, market trends can fluctuate based on the rarity, condition, and the interests of specific collectors at any given time. Let's talk a bit more about that. Brown shade coins with unique toning or patina are often prized because no two coins develop these features in exactly the same way. The toning on this 1978 50-cent piece likely came from years of exposure to air, light, or possibly even the oils from being handled. As a result, each brown coin has its own individual look. For collectors, these kinds of nuances can add character to a coin, making it feel almost like a one-of-a-kind piece. This brown toning doesn't necessarily add a massive value like an error or misprint might, but it does add a level of intrigue and can attract collectors who love coins with a unique aesthetic. Right now, the 1978 Australian 50 cents coin in very fine condition with a brown patina has an appealing collector's market value. But will this coin increase in value over time? It's hard to say. The future value depends on collector interest, overall market trends, and the rarity of similar toned coins surfacing in the market. If demand for naturally toned coins continues to grow, it's possible we could see these values rise gradually. Regardless, this 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is a fascinating piece of Australian currency history and a fantastic addition for any collector who appreciates unique coin features. Next up, we're uncovering the details about an Australian coin that has collectors buzzing: the Australia 50 cents coin from 2006, specifically the version with a silver shade that's known to hold a high collector's market value. We'll discuss its history, unique features, why it's become a favorite among collectors, and the big dollars it can fetch on today's market, especially in very fine condition. So if you're a collector or just coin curious, stay tuned. Let's kick things off with a bit of background. The Australian 50 cents coin is one of the most iconic coins from Australia, known for its distinct dodecagonal or 12-sided shape. The 50-cent piece was introduced in Australia in 1966, and since then it has become a popular coin to collect due to its unique commemorative designs and silver tones that make certain years stand out. In 2006, the Royal Australian Mint released a 50 cents coin with a special silver shade. Unlike other regular 50 cents coins, which are usually composed of cupro nickel, some editions in certain sets were minted in fine silver, making them highly desirable among collectors. Not only did this create a visual appeal due to the shiny silver finish, but it also made the coin a limited collectible item with a market value that has grown over time. So what makes the 2006 Australian 50 cents silver-shaded coin truly unique in terms of design and specifications? The coin's obverse features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This image of the Queen was introduced in 1998 and was used on Australian coins until 2018, so this portrait is iconic in Australian coinage. On the reverse, we have the Australian coat of arms, an emblem that includes the kangaroo and the emu, two animals that are distinctly Australian and often symbolize the country's forward-moving spirit. The 50-cent coin's reverse design is familiar, yet the silver shade of this coin gives it a special touch that's visually striking, especially when it catches the light. It's this combination of design and silver finish that makes it stand out to collectors. In terms of specifications, the 2006 Australian 50 cents silver-shaded coin is dodecagonal in shape with a diameter of 31.65 millimeters and weighs around 18.24 grams, similar to standard 50-cent pieces. However, the silver material makes it feel more luxurious in hand and makes it unique among the standard cupro nickel coins of the same denomination. Now, as any experienced coin collector will tell you, condition matters a lot. When it comes to the 2006 Australian 50 cents coin with its silver shade, condition has a significant impact on its value in the collector market. In very fine condition, this coin is highly desirable. Very fine typically means that the coin shows only light signs of wear and tear, with all key details still visible. You might see some minor abrasions or small scratches, but the coin's overall luster is preserved. This level of preservation adds significantly to its appeal and market value. So, what is it about this particular coin that's generating so much interest in the collecting world? First, it's a limited release with a unique silver finish. Not every 50-cent coin from Australia is minted with this material, so those that are in circulation are harder to find, and the limited supply naturally drives up demand. Collectors especially appreciate coins that are rare or have unique variations, which makes the 2006 silver shade coin a top choice for those looking to expand their collection. Second, it's part of the legacy of Australian commemorative coins. Collectors who focus on Australian coins or Commonwealth-related coins find this one appealing because it represents a specific period and style in Australian minting history. Now, let's get to the question everyone wants to know: how much is this coin worth on today's market? As of today, the Australia 50 cents 2006 silver-shaded coin in very fine condition can fetch a solid price. On average, collectors are willing to pay anywhere $87,000 for this coin depending on demand, condition, and where it's being sold. It's important to remember that coin prices fluctuate based on the collector market and values can increase over time, especially for coins that are rare or unique like this one. If you own one of these coins, it might be worth holding on to it to see if its value appreciates even more in the future. The Australia 50-cent silver-shaded 2006 coin is more than just a piece of change, it's a piece of history and a stunning collectible that continues to gain interest among collectors. Its silver material, unique design, and limited release make it a treasure in the world of coin collecting, with market values that reflect its rarity and demand. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating coin that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide, the 1,999 Australian 50 cents coin in extra fine condition. Many people think that modern coins aren't worth much. But coins like this 1,999 Australian 50 cent piece are proving that wrong in big ways. Stick around as we uncover the history, unique features, and current market value of this coin that's making waves in the collector community. Let's get into it. To start off, let's dive a little into the background of this coin. The Australian 50 cents coin is one of the country's longest-running denominations, first introduced in its current form back in 1969 after Australia switched to decimal currency in 1966. These coins quickly became iconic due to their unique dotagon shape or 12-sided design, which made them easily recognizable among other coins. Now, specifically in 1999, the Royal Australian Mint produced the 50 cents coin with a standard design featuring the coat of arms. But what really makes the 1999 version interesting to collectors isn't a rare error or a limited mintage. Instead, it's the time period and quality of the coins that have helped them grow in value. Not every coin from 1999 has been preserved in great condition, so finding one in extra fine condition today is becoming a real treasure. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. On the obverse or front side of the 1,999 Australian 50 cents, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Ian Rank Broadley. This design is often referred to as the fourth portrait of the Queen, which became the standard portrait used on Australian currency from 1998. Her likeness is beautifully detailed, showing her maturity with dignity and strength, capturing a timeless image that makes this coin feel even more special. On the reverse, we have the Australian coat of arms, which displays both a kangaroo and an emu. These two animals are significant because they represent the progress of the Australian nation. Both animals can only move forward, a symbol of Australia's vision for the future. The intricate detailing of this design, especially in extra fine condition, captures the attention of collectors and sets it apart from worn or damaged versions. Now, why does extra fine condition matter so much? In coin grading, extra fine means the coin has only minimal wear, and all the major design elements are still visible and crisp. With coins from the late 20th century, a lot of them were in circulation, and that naturally led to wear over time. Finding a 1999 Australian 50 cents piece in extra fine condition today can be challenging because the wear on most of these coins takes away from their original details and shine. In fact, as coins move up the grading scale from fine to extra fine, and then to about uncirculated and uncirculated conditions, their value tends to increase as well. So an extra fine 1,999 Australian 50 cent coin sits in a higher tier than most circulated coins, which makes it stand out to collectors who value quality and preservation. Alright, let's talk numbers. What makes the 1,999 Australian 50 cents coin valuable, especially in extra fine condition, is a combination of condition scarcity and collector interest. Right now, in today's collector market, a 1999 Australian 50 cent coin in extra fine condition can fetch anywhere from $95,000 depending on the buyer and the market demand. You might think that $95,000 does sound like a huge amount, but keep in mind this is a coin that has a face value of just 50 cents. Also, over time, as these coins get scarcer in higher grades, their values may increase. Coin markets fluctuate based on collector demand. And a coin like this, which has significance due to its design, condition, and cultural connection to Australia, has the potential to see steady growth in value over the years. You can also check with local coin dealers or attend coin shows. Sometimes, coin dealers might have Australian coins like this one in stock, and you'll have the advantage of seeing it in person to judge the quality for yourself. Networking with other collectors is also a great way to find and trade for coins that may not be available on the open market. When buying or trading, make sure you're aware of the coin's condition to confirm you're truly getting an extra fine grade. Look for strong details in the Queen's portrait and the coat of arms, and be cautious about scratches or other blemishes, as these will impact the coin's grade and resale value. So is the 1,999 Australian 50 cents coin a good investment? For collectors looking to build a valuable collection of modern Australian coins, Adding coins like this in high condition is a strategic choice. The current market value might be sky high. Investing in well-preserved coins from recent decades can yield returns over time, especially if the collector market grows or if Australia's currency heritage becomes a larger focus for collectors worldwide. Since the demand for higher-grade coins continues to grow, holding on to extra fine or higher condition coins from notable years, like 1999, could turn into a smart move in the long run. The 1,999 Australian 50 cents coin in extra fine condition. It might seem highest at first. This coin has a lot going for it, from its history to its design and collector appeal. For anyone passionate about modern Australian coinage, the 1999 50 cents coin offers a unique piece of history with the potential for future value. Next up, we're diving deep into one of Australia's most iconic coins, the 2004 50 cent piece. You might have a few of these coins lying around, or maybe you've seen one in your collection. But did you know this coin could hold some surprising value today? Whether you're a collector or just a casual coin enthusiast, stick around to find out why this coin is sparking interest and what it might be worth in today's market. The Australian 50 cent coin is one of the most recognizable coins in circulation, and it's had a fascinating history since it was first introduced in 1966. The original 50 cent piece, for instance, was made of 80% silver, making it larger, heavier, and valuable. However, this silver version was discontinued in 1969 due to rising silver prices. In its place, a dodecagonal, or 12-sided, 50 cent coin made from cupronickel was introduced, the design we still see today. Fast forward to 2004, and Australia minted another batch of these 50 cent coins. While the 2004 version might look similar at first glance to other years, there are some features and conditions that make certain ones valuable. From variations and errors to high-quality preserved coins, this year's issue has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. So, what makes the 2004 Australian 50 cent coin stand out? First, let's talk about the design. Like other 50 cent coins, it features the Australian coat of arms on one side. This includes the kangaroo and emu, which are iconic symbols of the country, along with the shield representing each Australian state. On the other side, you'll find the image of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait design was used from 1999 onwards, so it's still part of the 2004 edition. While the design might seem typical, the condition of the coin is often what drives up its value. Coins in very good, uncirculated, or mint condition can be highly sought after by collectors. But even slight variations or imperfections, like an off-center strike or slight doubling on some parts, could make a big difference in the coin's market value. If you're wondering how much your 2004 Australia 50 cent coin could be worth, let's break it down. The value of any collectible coin depends on several factors, including condition, rarity, demand, and unique features. For the 2004 coin, while it was minted in substantial numbers, only a fraction of those coins remain in perfect condition. Finding one that has minimal scratches, is sharply struck, and has all its design details intact can be tough, making it more valuable. Because collectors find it particularly interesting, or there's high demand for a certain design or error. In the case of the 2004 Australia 50 cent coin, demand has been growing steadily, especially for those in top-notch condition. Some collectors even hunt for coins with minor mint errors like slight doubling or off-center images, which could make the coin even rarer. For a coin in excellent, uncirculated condition, prices could range from $70,000, depending on the exact quality and any unique characteristics. If you're thinking about selling a 2004 Australia 50 cent coin, here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, make sure to carefully evaluate the condition. Coins that are stored in protective cases and have little to no contact with other surfaces often retain their quality better. If you can, get your coin graded by a reputable coin grading service. Graded coins can often fetch higher prices, as the buyer has an assurance of the quality. On the other hand, if you're looking to buy a 2004 Australia 50 cent coin, keep an eye out for auctions, estate sales, and online collector communities. Prices can vary widely based on condition, so make sure to inspect the coin carefully or ask for detailed images if buying online. For a coin in excellent, uncirculated condition, prices could range from $70,000, depending on the exact quality and any unique characteristics. So, is the 2004 Australian 50 cent coin worth collecting? Absolutely. It might make you a millionaire. Coins like these are a fantastic entry point for both new and experienced collectors. They're affordable, have interesting historical significance, and could appreciate in value over time. Plus, who doesn't love a little bit of treasure hunting, right? Whether you're looking to sell, buy, or just hold on to a piece of Australia's history, the 2004 Australia 50 cent coin is a unique collectible. Check your wallet or dig through your coin jar, you never know. You might just have a valuable one waiting for you. Next up, we're taking a close look at a modern collectible that's been making waves in the coin community, the 2008 Australian 50-cent coin. You might be wondering, can a common-looking coin from just over a decade ago really have a high market value? The answer might surprise you. Before we dive into its value, let's talk about what makes this 2008 Australian 50-cent coin unique. It's made of copper and nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, pretty standard for Australia's 50-cent coins. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, features Australia's iconic coat of arms with a kangaroo and emu flanking the shield. And of course, on the obverse side, we have Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the well-known artist Ian Rank Broadley. While the 50-cent coin is one of Australia's most circulated coins, what makes this particular 2008 version in extra fine condition interesting to collectors? Well, we'll cover that in a moment, so make sure you keep watching to find out why collectors are paying significant dollars for this coin. So what does extra fine actually mean? In coin collecting, this term refers to coins that have seen only slight wear from circulation. In an extra fine 2008 Australia 50-cent coin, you'll notice that most details remain sharp, with just a few minor signs of wear. This level of preservation is crucial for collectors, as the condition often directly impacts a coin's market value. If you're wondering whether the 50-cent coin in your wallet has collector value, make sure to look for crisp details, especially on the coat of arms. Even small scratches or wear can affect a coin's grade and reduce its value. Now, let's talk about what actually gives this coin its value. Like most coins, it comes down to factors like rarity, demand, and condition. The 2008 Australian 50-cent coin was part of a relatively low mintage year, meaning fewer coins were produced. Combined with the extra fine condition, which is increasingly rare due to normal wear over time, it's no wonder this coin has caught the attention of collectors. Many collectors enjoy the Australian 50-cent coin series for its design continuity and attention to detail. The 2008 version in particular is seen as a modern collectible that represents a great time capsule of the early 21st century Australian currency. But if you're lucky enough to own a highly graded version of this 2008 Australia 50-cent coin, such as one in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value could be significantly higher. Professional grading can make a big difference, with coins graded at MS65 or above sometimes fetching up to $58,000 or more at auction. Certified, graded coins are often more appealing to serious collectors, and they offer the assurance of quality. If you're thinking about starting a coin collection, here's a tip: make sure to protect your coins. Coins in excellent condition, especially modern collectible ones like the 2008 Australia 50-cent piece, can benefit from being stored in coin holders, albums, or even airtight cases. This will keep them in top shape and protect them from scratches, moisture, and other factors that could affect their value. So is the 2008 Australian 50-cent coin worth holding on to? If you have one in excellent condition, especially extra fine or above, it's definitely a nice addition to any collection. It may make you rich overnight. It's a solid piece with potential for future appreciation, especially as collectors seek out modern coins with historical significance. Plus, for collectors, the value of a coin isn't always about the dollar amount. Sometimes it's about the story it represents. This 2008 coin symbolizes a unique piece of Australia's numismatic history, and that alone can make it worth holding on to. Next up, we're diving into the world of coin collecting, and we're talking about a coin that may be sitting in your change, tucked away in your drawer, or waiting in your piggy bank. It's none other than the Australian 50-cent coin from 2009 in extra fine condition. And guess what? This little piece of metal might be worth a lot more than 50 cents in today's collector market. So, let's explore why this coin has collectors interested and what you might be able to get if you're lucky enough to have one. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 50-cent coin has a rich history in Australian currency. Introduced in 1966, the current 12-sided shape was adopted in 1969, replacing the round version. This coin has become iconic partly because of its size and distinct design, and partly because it's often used for commemorative designs. The 2009 coin we're discussing today is a commemorative coin. It's a standard issue with the coat of arms design on the reverse. If you're a bit new to coin collecting, you might be wondering, what does extra fine mean and why does it matter? Well, the condition of a coin is critical in determining its value. Coin collectors use a grading scale to assess the quality of a coin, with grades ranging from poor to mint state. Extra fine means the coin has seen minimal circulation. It might have slight wear on the highest points of the design, but overall, it looks sharp and well preserved. This grade is highly desirable because it's a step below uncirculated but still offers a quality appearance, making it ideal for collectors who want a near pristine piece without paying the premium for a mint state coin. So what makes the 2009 Australian 50 cents coin special? For one, coins from any year can attract collectors due to scarcity, condition, or minting quirks. In the case of the 2009 Australia 50-cent coin, it wasn't a particularly low mintage year, but finding one in extra fine condition or better can still be rare. This is especially true given the fact that 50-cent coins are large and subject to wear over time, making higher-grade versions of standard circulation coins desirable. So let's talk about demand. In recent years, Australian coin collectors have shown a growing interest in 50-cent coins. These coins are relatively large with beautiful designs that make them popular among collectors, both in Australia and internationally. The 2009 50-cent coin fits into this trend. With people actively seeking coins from their birth year, certain periods, or coins from specific grades, even a standard 50-cent coin in excellent condition can fetch a premium. Now let's get to the big question: how much is a 2009 Australia 50-cent coin in extra fine condition worth in today's collector market? Generally, if you have this coin in extra fine condition, you might be able to sell it for $50,000. Did you know the Australian 50-cent coin is one of the largest regularly circulating coins in the world? It's a pretty big coin compared to most others in general circulation, which is why it stands out and has a unique feel. The 50-cent coin doesn't contain silver, but it does have a distinctive look thanks to its cupronickel composition, which is a mix of copper and nickel that gives it that bright, silvery appearance. So, whether you're a collector or just curious, the 2009 Australian 50-cent coin is a neat find. Even if it's the rarest coin in the world, a coin in extra fine condition can still hold value and add a lot to any collection. And if you happen to find one, it's worth looking into what collectors are willing to pay. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content on coin collecting, historical coins, and rare finds. And let us know in the comments, do you have a 2009 50-cent coin? Or are there other coins you'd like to learn about? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of coins.